All right, so now we're going to start to look at some applications of our angles in all quadrants. So we're told that tan theta is negative 1.681. Well, I'm going to start just with negative. So this is what angle is going to be down here, continuation of that line. And it's going to be 360 minus the reference angle. I'm going to leave you to actually calculate those. I'm just going to talk about how we find them. All right, now sine is negative. So I know that sine is my y value, so it's negative either here, and that's really, really small, so a short ratio. So either there or over here. So I'm going to, again, find a reference angle. So theta prime is going to be sine inverse of the positive value. And then my output to get my two angles, well, theta 1 is going to be 180 plus my reference angle, because I have to go past 180. Theta 2 is going to be 360 minus the reference angle. All right, this one is a continuation, but now you're thinking in radians. And this one is completely different, because this one is asking me for ratios, not angles. So given that my angle is between 0 and 2 pi, cosine of theta is this, and theta is in quadrant 3. So actually theta isn't between 0 and 2 pi. So that means theta is really between, to be in quadrant 3, I'm between pi, not less than or equal to, just less than, and 3 pi over 2. So that lets me sketch this. I've got a cosine value of negative 3/5. So that means I'm down here. I've got a negative 3 as my adjacent side with a hypotenuse of 5. So I can use Pythagorean theorem to find the y value, or recognize this is a 3, 4, 5 triangle, but it's negative 4 because I'm in quadrant 3. So that means sine of theta is negative 4 over 5. Tan of theta is going to be negative 4 divided by negative 3 is positive. So we could have also tried to use the Pythagorean identity here. We could have said cos squared plus sine squared is 1. So I would have had negative 3/5 squared plus sine squared is 1. So my sine value would have ended up being plus or minus. So that's 9 over 25. 1 minus 9 over 25 is 16 over 25. And I would square root, take my plus minus. But quadrant 3 tells me that sine theta is less than 0 in quadrant 3. So we would pick the negative value, which would give me my negative 4/5. And then to find tangent, I could have just done the ratio of sine over cosine once I knew that. All right, this is using your unit circle to find those exact values. I'm going to let you do that. And again, please keep putting your questions in the question document or joining us in chats.